Hi guys, it's Belle here, and it is time for card 28 in the hashtag Full Deck Challenge 3, hosted by Shanuki Art. As always, I will leave links to her channel down below. Go check that out if you haven't already. And the prompt this week was black. Now, black is one of my favourite colours, and at first I thought, let's go really and lean into lots of black and grunge and goth, which is my favourite kind of theme. And I thought, no, let's do something a bit different. Let's bring black in as not an accent colour, but a colour on the card, but not all over the card. I know. I just like to play around in these challenges and not always do what is expected, if that makes sense. So if you don't know, for this challenge, you always bring over an element from the previous card, and you have an element that you are using on every card throughout the challenge. I have 3 elements I'm using, but the element I'm bringing over, so this was last week's card, and the prompt was numbers, and the element I'm bringing over is the bird, because I don't often work with birds. So I thought, let's bring over birds, but I also want to bring over a bit of an accent of the blue as well, because again, that's something I don't usually work with. So I found this piece, and we have these starlings, but I particularly like this up here. They look black in this illustration, and these buildings are like a grey blue. So I think we're going to start with that in our background collage. I just thought this might be fun to do. I really was thinking, oh, I could go completely kind of gothic with my black, but I've been doing a lot of that with other makes that I'm doing, and we're about to head into spooky season. So I know we're only in July still, guys, but I'm already planning spooky season content. So right now I thought, let's do something a little bit different to that. I don't even know if I want the word starlings. Maybe I'll use it somewhere else on the collage. Okay, so we've got that. I'm using, obviously, the 7 of spades because I thought, you know, that'll work with the black theme. I may leave this one visible. So we're going to have that. Let's put the word over there. I also have a little bit from a bird book. So I thought, why not use that as well in our collage. So that would go maybe under there, maybe above, like so, maybe like that. Okay, we're working on our collage. And then, oh, I thought I had some of this vintage graph paper as well, and I liked that, so I thought we could bring in a little bit of that maybe on top. Let's have a look. What underneath? Oh, I was going to leave that, wasn't I? There we go. Which kind of makes my decision for me with this one, maybe. Can go under like that. What else have I got for collage? I did have some, like, this is black and white. I don't like how bright that is, but I can maybe dull that down. I also have this. Maybe dull this down. Yeah, I'm going to dull that down by just bringing in a little bit of black ink. I'm just using actually what's on my pad. I'm not re-inking it, and this just has black soot distress ink on that pad. Yeah, I'm gonna start gluing things, I think. Let me get my glue. So yeah, I wanted to do something maybe a little bit more. Oh, that's got the date on it though. Look, that's got the date August. And that's got 1910. I kind of want to use that now. We've got these numbers. Maybe we'll use these numbers and I'll keep the bits with the date for something else. It's the problem with using vintage pieces. You find so many pieces you just want to keep or use or have visible. But that's also the joy of working with them as well. Okay, so we have that down. I feel like, well, didn't I stick this underneath? I think I did. Well, I am now. So we're just going to put that under there. I could have used gesso as well to kind of tone that down, which I didn't, but I could have. Yeah. I think as well, I just have birds on the brain right now. If you don't know, if you're new here, hello, welcome. I love reading. I do share my monthly reading wrap-ups on my channel, if that is of interest and you haven't seen any yet. And at the moment, I'm actually listening to the autobiography or the memoir of Christine. It's not an autobiography, it's biography. Not sure. Anyway, of Christine McVie from probably most famous for her part in the band Fleetwood Mac. And one of the songs she created and sang was the beautiful Songbird song. So I am listening a lot to both the song and obviously the book at the moment. And maybe that subconsciously also made me pick the bird from the other card. So I do need to bring my sticker over. This sticker also has a bit of blue on it. I'm wondering where I want the sticker to go. It's a vellum sticker, so it could also go over the birds. But I don't know if I want that. I might want it there. Okay, let's cut this out. Or maybe, does it rip? No, because it's a sticker, it doesn't really rip. But that's okay. We can make it work. Because I'm about to cover up a lot of that vintage ledger. Oh well. Got the smaller piece that I cut off. Does that work? Does it work here? I'm going to do it there. So yes, I've been listening to that. So if you do watch my reading wrap-ups, you have a sort of sneaky preview of one of the books that I have been reading this month. Okay. Now the stamps I want to use, because I am using stamps, a sticker and stamps, are these, and they do have that blue again. So again, I'm bringing over not only the bird, but the touch of blue that ran through the other make. Also have, like, I don't know, I just have different bits and pieces that I was thinking of just bringing in randomly, because you just never know what might work. Kind of like that. And then we could bring it in down here too. Let's glue this down. So yes, I've had Songbird in my head. Obviously that's not the only song she wrote and everything. She wrote a lot of different songs, but I think Songbird is one of the most beautiful songs And so I've just been listening to it a lot. Let's have this down here. Sorry if you can hear any noise outside. I do have the window open, unfortunately. Just all of a sudden, as soon as I start filming, obviously, all of a sudden it gets super busy outside. I mean, why wouldn't it? It's been fine for the rest of the morning, but yeah. Now all of a sudden it's not. I'm wondering about, you could put the date maybe in one of those. Okay, let's bring these back over. I think I kind of like it like that, maybe. Okay. Oh, goodness me. I feel like a lorry is just literally going up and down my road on purpose. It's probably lost, although they're not meant to come up and down this road. Do you know what? I kind of love that on there too. It's got blue on it as well. It's part of a vintage book spine. I do kind of love it. I need to think about actually where my words are going to go. I do like that. Or instead of that, this one I think is actually thinner. Yeah, this one feels thinner. Let's see how that works. Maybe we'll have it sticking out of the side. Let's try that. Do I like that? No, no I don't. So let's have a look. Yeah, I kind of like that. I feel like, though, it needs more contrast. So, yeah, that kind of works on there, like so. Do I want anything else? I think I like that. So let me, first of all, stick this down. Come on. Nearly at the end of this glue. Like so. And then we really, really, really need to glue this down well. Could put some thread on here too, thinking about it, but I don't know if I want it. I do have some gold. Maybe we could try a bit of gold thread and see what that looks like. Kind of behind it all. Let's grab my gold thread just to see if I like it or not. It's quite chunky, this gold thread. Sorry if I just hit the camera. It's really chunky. Probably didn't need that much. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, I kind of like that. I do. Right, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare to kind of put down. So what I'm thinking is I may staple it. Because it's quite thick and chunky, I may just staple it in place because we're going to have a stamp over it anyway. And it may help-ish. Okay. Now let's get this stamp on there. This is going to take a lot. Do I want to put this on a piece of foam? Do I have any foam in here? Let me grab some. So I grab some foam tape. I just feel like with all the different dimensions on there, putting foam tape may help it to stick properly. Because you can squish foam tape a little bit anyway, or I can with this one, so it doesn't make it too bulky on there. Now, what I will say is these are very plain at the moment. I do want to add some words. I may add more of this. I may come in with some stamping. That's what I might do. And I did want it in black. So we've got the black for the birds and we've got some black in the background in this. I probably am going to, what's the word? Add some black splatters as well. Don't forget to fly. So we could have don't forget to fly. Okay, let's do that. Let's see where that could go. Could have it here. Have it up there. Kind of like it down there. Put it slightly under the stamp. Like so. So, yeah, I mean, I know the prompt is black, but also I don't mind having black just on it as an accent. I don't need to put it on absolutely everywhere. I think a lot of people struggle with the use of black sometimes. But as it's a colour I work with a lot, I'm putting some foam tape because I want to put that on here. But that's quite chunky, so the foam tape just helps it look straight rather than go down at a weird angle. Yeah, because I work with black quite a lot, I don't really need to... should we have it a different way? I don't really need to experiment playing with it, if that makes sense. Okay, let's do that. I know it's a bit weird, but also, why not? Don't forget to fly. Okay, where's the word starlings? I want that brought on. So, yeah, I don't know. Does this feel more blue than black? Possibly. But I also don't mind. Where do I want this? Do I want it up here? Yeah, I think I do. Right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to bring black in as an ink as well. Because I want this to have that touch of black. So yeah, looking at this, you might think, oh, well, the prompt was obviously blue. So some of you may think, oh, well, Belle, you haven't really done the prompt. But 'tis my card. And as I'm always saying to everyone, interpret prompts and challenges in the way that works for you and whatever inspiration you have. I know a lot of people really get into their heads about, oh, have I done that right? And what does that prompt really mean? And, you know, have I not done enough of such and such? But it's creativity, guys. Just do what's fun for you. Okay. I'm wondering, hold on, I want my little pen to go around this a little bit. Also, I think want to kind of go around this one. Just messily. And here. It's a bit harder to do that one. Okay, and I think I want to go around with my black Stabilo. So before I want to go around with the black Stabilo, what I actually want to do is come on and use some black splatters. Now I was trying to work out how I wanted these splatters to look, and normally I would go for my Newton something inks. You would have seen me use them lots of times, but I thought today, why don't we try the Distress Oxide Black Soot and kind of use that instead. It's more grey, isn't it, though? It is more grey. Maybe I need 2 types of splatter. Okay, lots is going around and less actually on here. Obviously, it's more grey because with the oxide, you have a bit more grey in the background. But I do kind of like that. So let me just dry that off. So I dried that off, and now I'm going to use my Stabilo pencil and just go around the outside to give it a bit of, or I'm going to try and use my Stabilo pencil to go around the outside. There we go. To bring, firstly, it frames the piece, and we're bringing black in another way. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't think I've completely missed the prompt, but I wanted to interpret it differently, because if any of you have followed me for a while, you will know that I love to use black. So you were probably thinking, oh, Belle's going to make something super gothic or creepy or Halloweeny or something like that. So you may even be disappointed that I haven't done that, because I know that's what a lot of you like to see me make. But I just wanted to try something different and, you know, not do what is expected. As I said, I've been working for a couple of months on almost exclusively creepy gothic, and I'm planning lots of that stuff. So sometimes it's fun to just do something different. I don't know why that there is so, I think it's where the card and the paper have kind of not met very well. So I'm going to bring the pencil in a bit more there. Actually thinking about that, I'm wondering about bringing it in around the edge here too a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe a little bit around this one too. Ooh. Oh yeah, I like that, the way that's kind of blaring down. Oh, now I kind of want that a little bit more there. Add a little bit of water and let that kind of drip down. Oh yes, I kind of like that a lot. Maybe even on this one again. Okay, let's do that. Oh, that's nice. That's what was needed. I'm coming a little bit just under here too. Just as you always think you're finished. And then something else comes in. You're like, oh no. Ooh, I'm liking this. Just adding the pen in a few places, pencil I mean, and some water. And it's bringing in that black a bit more too. Let me bring in a little bit of water. There. There. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Yep, yep. That's what I'm looking for. It's not quite enough here. Need a little bit more. I don't want it going over the word though, so I'm trying to keep that one flat. Oh, yes. All right. I really like that actually. I do. I really like that. It needed something. Let me dry that. Okay, so that's basically dry. I really love how that black's come on. It's given it more of a artistic feel. It was just missing a little bit of something. And I just think that has really helped. If you can hear barking in the background, it's not me. I do not have a dog. It is just a neighbour's dog. As I said, the windows are open. So right now, let's have a look. So the prompt was black and we've used it in a couple of ways. Chosen a black card. We've got the black illustration of the birds. We've got black words on there and we've used both black soot distress ink for the splatters as well as the black Stabilo water pencil. The thing that I've brought over from last week's card is, well, it's two things really. It's the bird and it's this touch of blue that I don't normally work with. So we've got that in the stamps, sort of pale blue in the background a little bit, and obviously both the bird's illustration and the word of a bird. And then my three things that I add every week. Every week I add a sticker, which is right under here. You can barely see it. Stamps and words. Don't forget to fly. And I've just realized because I used my heat tool, this thread has all kind of shrunk in on itself and hardened, but I actually think I prefer that. Yes, and we've still got the suit and the numbers showing. So that is card 28. Hopefully you guys like it and how I've interpreted black on here. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. As I said, if you have not seen Shanuki's challenge before, please go over and check out her channel, link below in my description box. I'll be back again with another video, and please do like, comment, subscribe and share if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.